Hello! Today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Libra Scorpio Cusp and an Aquarius. It takes two to tango, and when you and your Aquarius come together, it's exciting. But as long as things don't get too heavy. You both are good at teasing each other with your sexy words. It's a very intellectual bond. As a couple, you need to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Develop a routine that is sustainable to you both, and just keep doing that. Keep doing what works. You both have so many fantasies. It's a fundamental element in your relationship. You may not even know what's real and what's a fantasy sometimes. When things aren't working out the way you hoped, it can be so tempting to just get up and leave. But you can usually overcome whatever obstacles come up, as long as you're patient and choose to actively stay and keep trying. No need to break all the rules for your Aquarius. You can go to therapy and still have a wonderful relationship. Going to therapy will really help you. Don't reject it just because you think that therapy means that your relationship is doomed, because it's not. You might try to downplay the important things when you're with an Aquarius, but you can also be very overprotective of one another. Your Aquarius is like your drug. You can't get enough of them. It's an addiction. You belong to them. They possess you, whether you realize it or not. You're both passionate about culture and traveling. As a couple, it's really common for you both to be successful as influencers or as business owners or as creators. You both might enjoy creative dates, and even just starting a creative project together might be really nice. You both are really drawn to change, and you need change throughout your relationship. But it's also important to have stability. Don't go looking to shake things up every time things get stable. You both need to loosen the leash. You don't own your Aquarius, and they don't own you. So chill out. It's important to remain grounded. Don't get carried away with your fantasies. Keep it real. Being with your Aquarius is amusing. You both have a blast. Your love is very creative, but also cozy. You would feel at home with an Aquarius. If your Aquarius has a charming sense of humor and knows how to make you laugh, then you're gonna be hooked. They'll have you wrapped around their finger. You both might be into sports. Maybe you like going to the gym together or watching a sport together. Maybe you both root for the same team. Also, going to a sports game might be a great date idea. You're both usually very obsessed with each other very quickly into the relationship. You both love to be romantic and have a good time. Pleasure tends to be really important to this couple. Don't give up on them, ever. It's important not to get lost in your relationship, though. It can feel like a whirlwind, and you can get lost in your hobbies and sense of self. You crave that fairy tale love, and it's important to understand that you can be a hopeless romantic who believes in dreams and fantasies, and it can be your Achilles heel. Your love may feel shallow. It's not as deep as you think it is. You both can't get enough of each other. You each get caught up in your dreams, and it can cause issues in the long run. In the end, you might realize that being friends works better than being lovers. The longer you're together, the more people or your situations will try to interfere with your love, with your relationship. There will be temptations that make you question yourself and your Aquarius. This can make you feel more on edge after a while. Jealousy can be an issue, though. You both can get obsessed with each other's whereabouts or lives. You rely on each other so much that it feels like you can't live without them. You tend to try to escape using drugs, sex, or binging, some form of escape, some form of pleasure, and things can get toxic. You both tend to enjoy being acquaintances. If you want to work, it's important not to get overwhelmed. You need to keep things light and fun. Marriage can be a wake-up call for you and your Aquarius. Being married will make things more real. It's harder to get swept up in fantasies when you're both legally bound to them. Your dynamic is always evolving. You both get so absorbed into each other's existence. They know how to enchant you. You mesmerize each other. If your Aquarius is acting flaky, this will be an issue. It's not something that's just gonna go away while dating you. It's something they have to deal with while they're single. Don't expect them to just stop these bad habits. Like if they're late a lot of the time or they feel unreliable sometimes, that's not just gonna go away when you get serious with them. That's a habit that they can only break when they're not with you. So you might have to do both of yourselves a favor and just let them grow and let them change. It may be a timing thing, but both of you would suffer in that situation, so think about it. You both can get in your heads a lot. Is cheating a common occurrence for this matchup? Yes. Is it the worst that can happen? No. A lot of things can blow up your love. For example, you both might take on too many projects that you can't keep up with. Being with them can feel like a dream come true. Your love is magical. Your kisses are curse breakers. Your love can feel like a romantasy. I'm a big romantasy reader. And this reminds me a lot of ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. If you haven't read that book, it's the shit. So, read it. Because I feel like you guys are like the main characters in this. You both don't tend to connect very deeply as friends. At times, being with your Aquarius can feel like dating a broken record. You have to ask yourself, haven't we already talked about this? You often project your insecurities onto each other, but often you do it so subtly that you don't even realize it's happening. You're a very mercurial couple. Your love is flighty and restless. It's so changeable, but that doesn't mean that it isn't capable of becoming more. It's expansive. Your love is idealistic. It's not based on reality. Over time, you would probably realize that your Aquarius doesn't really treat you like an equal. You're not on the same level. When you both have children together, you tend to be like helicopter parents, and you can get very involved in your children's lives. You might have to take a step back and reevaluate your priorities. As lovers, you both tend to be really at ease with each other, and you feel like you belong with them. You love being with them. But is it them you love, or is it your chemistry? You might get on their case about something, but then you realize you're actually projecting. Like, for example, you might be upset they're not making enough money, or they don't really have their shit together, but it really just feels like you don't have enough money, and you're realizing that you're actually projecting your problems onto them. You both put so much energy into being with each other. Just being near your Aquarius makes your heart rate speed up. Your relationship is a Nicholas Sparks novel. It's so romantic. You would probably be the one in charge. You would have to call the shots. You tend to take on more of a mature role in this dynamic. If you break up, it's really common for you to stay friends as exes. You tend to appreciate each other so much that you can put each other on this pedestal. Overall, being with an Aquarius would be annoying, but it would also be enjoyable. Comment below if you have any experiences you would like to share, or if you agree or disagree with this video. I would love to know in the comments section. And book a reading with me if you'd like to learn more about your own chart or your own relationship. I would love to dive into it with you on my website, zoethepsychic.com. And have a freaking fantastic day. Bye.